Harry Kane gets a hat-trick. And we had this tweet coming in. Kane has scored 6 hat-tricks in 2017. Is he too good for Spurs? Crash on, helmets on, everyone. Would you consider him up there with Ronaldo?
Oh, give it a rest.
OK, so let's forget the Ronaldo bit.
Why do people always have... There's nobody in this era up with Ronaldo and Messi, right? So people got to forget stuff like that. Not Neymar, not Suarez, not Mbappe, and certainly not Harry Kane, right? He's a fantastic footballer. He's getting better all the time. Is he too good for Spurs? Not at the moment. But Spurs have to show, and that club has to show, and this manager has to show that they can take this club forward to start winning things. And he said it himself. He said it himself. It was a couple of months ago. We need to start winning trophies if we're going to be successful. And that being said, that's exactly the opposite of what his manager said recently, who said, we're not bothered about the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. We're only interested in the Champions League and domestic titles. So let's see if they're good enough.
But how do you go about winning titles if you're Spurs? Because you don't have the budget that other teams do. And if you're Harry Kane, you accept that, surely.
Hold on. Did Leicester have the budget?
Yeah, but you could bring Leicester up in so many different arguments, but you know that's an anomaly.
Doesn't matter. Tottenham only had to finish above Leicester that season and to win their first title in the current era.
But I think if you look at that season, it's such an anomaly, not only because of Leicester, because everyone else was struggling. But look
how... It was perfect. It was even better.
But look how everybody else has now strengthened. Look at the Manchester City squad, the United squad, the Chelsea team as well.
What was your question again?
My question is, how do you go about winning domestic titles if you're Spurs? And if you're Harry Kane, you look at that and surely...
I don't think you will.
Objectively.
I don't think you will.
Listen, you have to find a way, right? If you want to keep the likes of Harry Kane, you have to find a way of doing it. Yep. And by doing that, don't tell me Spurs don't have money. Spurs have got money, but what they have to do is they have to balance the money aspect and the scouting aspect. Spend big on a player who's going to make a huge difference and then scout out players like Zadaya, people like that, and Dele Alli, who are going to rise and take your team higher. That's the only way to do it. And it's the only way that you keep Harry Kane. Because eventually Harry Kane's going to go, right, I've done enough for this team, this club. I want to win some trophies. Regardless of the money, at the end of the day, you initially play because you want winners' medals. You want trophies and cups.
The answer to that...
And that's the only way that Harry Kane leaves, if they don't start doing that.
The answer to the question that was posed initially is... Yes, Harry Kane's ceiling is higher than that of Spurs. So if a team like Real Madrid comes in and says, we want Harry Kane, or a team like that around Europe comes in for Harry Kane, it's very difficult for Harry Kane to say, maybe not.